All right, let's get to a great local event. Joining us now to tell us all about CreatorCon is Robert Courtney and CEO of Rebrand Cities, Haj Flemings. Thanks a lot for coming in, gentlemen.
Absolutely.
So, Robert, let's start with you. CreatorCon, give us a little idea exactly what it is.
CreatorCon is a conference we launched last year. The goal was to bring founders, influencers into the same place at the same time to basically give them an understanding that everyone is a creator. And if you don't understand that you're a creator, then it's going to make it tough to survive in today's creative economy.
That's a good lesson to kind of put out there. I like that. Everyone's
Absolutely.
a creator. Now, Haj, you're one of the main speakers there. Are you going to weave AI and new technology into this speech, or is this something for another day?
Absolutely, because if you think about the creative economy, and Richard Forrest, Florida talks about this. He talks about how important it is for people in a variety of industries, not only those that are typically considered creatives, to be able to impact our local economy. So I'm definitely going to talk about it. And just as an example, if you think about someone who is in fashion, who has created physical products, there's an AI component to be able to teach them about like the digital twin of that product. So we want to be able to kind of weave it in and get people to think about how AI can really impact and broaden their impact and really lower the barrier of entry for them to be able to get their products and services out there.
All right, Robert, I mentioned Haj is one of the main speakers there. I mean, that's enough to get me to go, but there are some other speakers on the venue. Tell us who they are and kind of maybe if you know what they'll be speaking about.
Yeah, absolutely. So a big component of CreatorCon is that we're weaving several industries into one place. And because of that, I think it gives everyone an opportunity to meet founders who may not necessarily be prominent names, but add so much value in their specific space. And so we have creators that people will recognize, like Tommy Walker, the founder of Detroit Versus Everybody. But then we have people like Alexa Turnage and Johnny Turnage, who is literally moving the wave of technology in the Detroit space. You have people in fashion like Lauren Hicks, who runs Michigan Fashion Week, and Deshaun Walker, who does fashion shows around the country. People like Chanel Dominique, who is the manager of Icewear Vezo and other prominent music celebrities. So there's several experts who aren't necessarily prominent, but when it comes to those communities, those people absolutely know who they are.
So is this for people who want to become creators? Is it for people who want to kind of build on what they've already started, or is it for everyone?
It's for everyone, absolutely. But there's, I think, two really big factors. There are the creators who are looking to grow and who to learn more, who are already in the space. But then also, CreatorCon is the platform to bring attention to creators, to put more emphasis on individuals who need a platform to get exposure for the rest of the world.
And Haj, when you look at CreatorCon, how much does something like this do to foster collaboration and innovation in our city?
So what I really love about like what Robert is doing is that we often talk about this term called economic gardening, and lots of times it's like we put a lot of focus on major conferences that are created outside of this market. I think having a conference that's created in Detroit by someone who's native here now creates a showcase for the amazing talent that's already here. A lot of the challenges that we have from an economic standpoint stem back from a brain drain. So now as we're showcasing amazing talent here, it lets people know that they can do business in Detroit and they can stay here and we can grow our market. When we talk about like what makes a city amazing, is it the city, is it the place, or is it the jobs? And I think, this is going to show that we have an amazing city. It's going to be at the Garden Theater, but also it's going to highlight the talent that's already here, and we're going to infuse tech throughout the entire piece.
And Robert, I want you to talk a little bit about the digital scene in Detroit. I mean, how prominent is it, and where's it going?
Yeah, as an owner of a digital marketing agency, I've gotten an opportunity to really see the evolution and how people have really started to lean into it. Once upon a time I felt it was happening, but it wasn't a part of like daily conversation. It wasn't mainstream. And I believe now you can say tech and the digital space has become popular in some ways. And I think conferences like CreatorCon is an opportunity to shine more light on that space and then bring those people who are at the core of the digital space in the Detroit community kind of, front and center.
It sounds like a great event. Robert, Haj, thanks a lot for dropping by this morning.
Thank you very
Absolutely.
much.
Thank you
Really
for having me.
appreciate that. And CreatorCon is next Wednesday. That's November 15th. Go check it out.